Trigger, again, talking about designs, in case you weren't aware that her name is Trigger and she uses a quote-unquote gun, they made sure that you are aware by giving her literal triggers on her collar with a trigger engraved on it. And if you still didn't know that she was Trigger, she even has them in her hair in case you still somehow were not sure, which I find really funny. There, right there. Do you guys see it? She is using a gun blade. It's not a regular gun. It's not a regular sword. It's both combined together. Now, here is where I would love to speculate about what exactly she does. See, unlike Anby, she doesn't have a bunch of lightning bolts around her to tell you that she's a electric type. Now, I don't know how many of you played Final Fantasy VIII, but I would like to make a prediction. I was spot on predicting that Evelyn was going to introduce some chain attack shenanigans. I feel like one gimmick that I would like to see in the future for an attacker is something to do with cheating out extra chain attacks. So I would like to make another prediction this time around for Trigger. And we're going to base this off of what we have seen from other stunners already. With our current stunners right now, there's only so many ways you can change how you stun. We've seen already that you can increase the stun multiplier in Lycan and Qingyi, right? We've seen you can extend the duration of the stun with lighter, and there's not really that much else that you can mess with the actual stun itself. It's just the duration and the multiplier. But hear me out. Again, if you play Final Fantasy VIII, you'll understand where I'm going with this. She's not going to be shooting a lot. She's going to be slashing around like a sword. However, imagine if you were to slash somebody with a sword, but then you pull the trigger while you are in them with the sword, and then you release like a bunch of shrapnel, the blade vibrates inside them, right? That would do a lot more damage. That would do a lot more stun. What if Trigger scales off of like crit or something like that, so that she does damage as well as being, you know, a stunner, and then you can like crit your impacts, or you can crit your stuns or something like that. That is one possibility. I don't think they would do it. It would sound too ridiculous, but it's something that I would like to see. But something that I see you're all saying there, another option, it's probably a bit more likely, is an off-field stunner. That is very likely what's going to happen. But here's the thing though. I hope it's not that, because yes, although an off-field stunner would be very nice in terms of like, oh, my efficiency, I can still use Soldier and Anby to continue attacking while I'm still stunning them, right? Off-field agents aren't fun to play because you don't play them. When you play as Astra, you don't go, wow, this gameplay is so cool, because you don't use her. The fact that you don't actually get to play as the character is so like, ugh. I will say, Astra herself is boring to play because you don't play as her. However, the option of an off-field agent enables a different agent to be a lot more fun to play, if I can put it like that, right? Bernice, you don't play as her, but she makes playing as like Jane or Yanagi so much more fun, because now you can trigger disorder so much more easily, right? Astra with Miyabi and like Yanagi now as well. She makes it so much more fun because now you can get those quick assists off. It's less like they're a character themselves, and it's more like they add a feature to your team, right? Why is there no scope on the gun? See, that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying. I don't know if she's gonna be an off-field agent. If she was a sniper, what? Like, I mean, also she's blind. Actually, hang on. No, this is actually the real answer. There's no scope on the gun, because even if there was, how would she see through it? She's blindfolded. Why would you need a scope? You think it'll be a swap in, use skill to boost the impact of teammates? Ooh, interesting. Boosting the, like, buffing the team. Boosting the impact of the whole team sounds very interesting. Bolt stacks off field based on teammate attacks. Oh, and then, hang on. Hazmat, that's actually a pretty smart idea. She's still a quote-unquote off-field. She's like a burst stunner, right? Kind of like the opposite of Shu Yen, where you sort of build up her charge over time, swap her in, boom, shoot off the giant-ass bullet, and then you just peace out again, right? Railgun tropes typically include a charge time. Oh! A railgun would be, or like, yeah, treating her like a railgun, yeah, charging up and then releasing a giant ass shot. I'm so hopeful that she's not going to be an off-field stunner or anything like that, and that she's active and she gets in there. She gets all up in there with a gun blade. She's the first stunner DPS. That's what I'm saying. Who's to say that she can't do damage while also stunning? Like that was the big thing, right? So far, stunners have either manipulated the actual multiplier of the stun, extended the stun window, or what if now, like the whole trade-off with stunners is that you sacrifice some time with your DPS agent so that you can build up the stun. What if you could still build up the damage while stunning them? Either by having an off-field agent or by having Trigger herself do damage. So what I'm assuming, by the way, is that the first banner is going to be Soldier 11 Anby and Pulchra. That way, there's at least a new stunner on each banner. So you either get Pulchra as your A rank stunner, or you get Trigger as an S rank stunner. So either way, you're probably going to get a new stunner come 1.6, no matter what. What if instead of buffing the players as a stunner, she debuffs the Ooh, that's also an option. You actually like that name now for Anby, Sanby. It's going to be so difficult to refer to them. Here's my issue. Every time I want to say Soldier Anby, my brain auto-completes to say Soldier 11. So I end up saying like Soldier 11 Anby, which is incorrect. Or ass. Anby Silver Soldier is actually a better acronym for that. I'm going to go with that. I was going to joke and say SS Anby for Super Saiyan Anby, but no, we're going to call her ass from now on. Do we have the trailer for her? I don't think she has an ass. You could argue, like, hang on a second. You could argue that, like, you can see some cheeks here, right? So, I mean, yeah, I feel so bad, though, for, like, Harumasa and Chingy now as well. Harumasa is given out for free. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, we're so happy. And then 2 patches later, oh yeah, he's basically non-existent. Chingy as well. Oh my gosh, we're finally getting a rerun. And then, oh, well, here's your new electric stunner. Anby Dexterous. You guys are so much more funnier than I am. Holy shit. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, we're all dumb. Suiting up before the big battle, a classic movie trope. Okay, maybe the story isn't that complex. Maybe it's just like, there's a Starlight Night event and Anby's like, Anby, dress up as this. It's a disguise or whatever, or something like that. That might actually be it. We should be paying attention to this stuff. Oh my goodness, you guys caught that out. What is Astra's or what's her name's Trigger's quote? I see you. No, you don't, bitch. You're blind. It would be very thematic as well, right? We are Phaethon that run a video store, random play. Maybe there's some like movie shenanigans that go on, and then we have Anby full in, right? And yeah, Nicole did say it's an outfit from the past, so maybe like, I don't know, maybe Anby has had this sitting in a closet the entire time, and then there's something that happens where we need to pretend we're on a movie set, and then Anby's like, I got the perfect disguise, or something like that. I don't know. Again, we're going deep in the source of what it could be. It's probably going to be something way simpler. Am I going to buy the 1.6 DLC? Well, here's the great thing about that, Istvan. No, because I guess it's free, technically speaking. It's a free game. There's no need to buy DLC. Now, if you're asking, am I going to pull for Trigger and Anby? Hell yeah, I am. Speculation is so fun. I'm so glad that they dropped this out of nowhere, right? Bold prediction. 1.6, Silver Soldier Anby, or ass, and Trigger. We need the rest of Obel Squad. Patches 1.7, 8, 9, 2.0. Every single time, it's just going to be 2 more soldiers. Soldiers 1, Soldier 2, Soldier 3, Soldier 4, Soldier 5, Soldier 6, Soldier 7, all the way up to 10. And it's just like 10 different soldiers, and it's going to cover each and every one of the different possible elements and attack types. We will have a soldier for every possible role.